What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another bonus Monday Night Football video. Almost 2,000 of you guys tuned in last week. It's minus 118, okay? Let's say you put $100 down, 85 bucks. Gave you that same game parlay in that Giants and Steelers game, cashed the ticket with absolute ease, exactly as predicted. And I have another one today, and I'm so confident that it's going to hit for you guys that I bet it myself. We're going to go over all the legs and why I like each one in today's video, of course. But I want to make a deal with you guys, and I'm not trying to get greedy. Just meet me in the middle, man. If you guys are new to my channel or you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, and let's get the likes up on this video. Like I said, almost 2,000 of you guys got that video last week. Can I just get 300 likes, 500? I don't know, somewhere in there. See if you guys can get the likes up for me on these videos. It'll give me incentive to continue them. So if I get enough support on today's video, I'll do this video again next week and come here with another same game parlay. Hopefully we can keep cashing these. Hopefully we can do them the rest of the year. So guys, meet me in the middle on the support, and I'll continue to hit you with the free picks. By the way, Miami this week, the whiteboard winning free pick for the NFL cashes. We came up just short with Tennessee, but we sit at 12-7 on the whiteboard winning free picks. Pretty good, guys. But these free picks, man, you're getting them from one of the best in the industry. I don't know if you've been reading the bottom of the screen there, but I can make it easier to read. We're still smoking it. I mean, 5 weeks straight, literally printing money. I told you 6 weeks ago it was coming. I said there's always some little early season BS. We saw it in the MLB. We see it in a lot of sports. You build your sample size. You lock the fuck in your models, projections, analytics. Everything it just it settles down. Everything just settles down, and you can just print money if you know what you're doing. That's what we've been doing, man. Another winning week in college football and the NFL. We're locked in. We do have one little piece of the only parlay I put out in the NFL this week. I did one. It was almost all straight bets, but we have one parlay. We have one piece of it left in tonight's game. Hopefully we can cash that. Yeah, man. I mean, guys, we are absolutely cooking. Check this out. The last 5 weeks, up over 9 units in college football, up almost 12 units in the NFL, 21.2 units in the last 5 weeks of betting football. If you guys were betting $100 for your unit size, over $2,000 in 5 weeks, I only charge 89 bucks for a month of my picks. And now we got college basketball starting tonight. We got the NBA. We already are in profit in the NBA season. It is the most profitable time to be on my client list. You guys see it there. Get on the text list, man. danspicks.net. Link to my website is in the description. I have tons of football plays that I always give out early in the week. I get good numbers. My early plays have been cashing at a higher rate than the other ones. It pays dividends to be on the text list on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when I send these plays out early. You can lock them in at a better number. But like I said, with college hoops, with NBA, with being absolutely dialed in on football, this is the best time to be on my client list. It's so simple. Anytime I'm going to bet something, I send you the text with the play, with the odds, and how many units to put on each one. Copy the bets, man. I'm a money printing machine. I've done this year after year. I tell people to go back through my videos. Everything's here on YouTube. I have a recap video every Tuesday. If you want to know every single bet that I did this past weekend, you can find those tomorrow in the recap video. But I'm locked the fuck in, man. And this isn't even, I wouldn't even say I'm hot. This is like usual. This is like my usual mid-season form is what I've been calling it now for a couple weeks. For me to say I'm hot would be like a sweep, would be to come on here and say I went like 12-0 for the weekend. This is normal. I mean, we went up, I think 4.4, a little over 4 units in the NFL. We're looking at, I think I have it here. Of course, I'll go over this tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, 4.4 units in college football. Looking like we might be up about 4.5 units in the NFL, almost another 10-unit week, up over 12 units last. I mean, we're cooking. We're cooking. There's nothing else to say. danspicks.net. You can even just get a week of picks if you want for 30 bucks. 30 bucks. Basketball, NFL, everything going on, all my picks. It's not like there's a sports specific package. You go on the text list, you get my plays. I print money over time. I win in baseball. You saw the NBA playoffs last year. You saw college hoops last year. You see in football right now, we're cooking. It's just year after year. Nothing's different. That's why I do this. I love it. Love sports, make a living off it. Would love to have you guys get my picks. It's pretty simple. But let's go ahead and dive into this parlay, man. Let's absolutely cook on this one. It's going to be a fun game, I think. Kansas City, always kind of a cool environment. Should be a loaded stadium. Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, they go way back to college days. In fact, behind me right here, West Virginia, where I went to school, both Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes were quarterbacks in the Big 12 when I was at West Virginia. So I'm very familiar with them. And I do think they're going to want to both kind of show out here. And that goes into these tickets. So I think what we're going to do, I have the bet slip on my phone because I've already submitted it. I love this play. I'll obviously put the bet slip on the screen for you guys. But I think I'm gonna cover it up, edit this video just so you guys don't, listen to what I have to say about each leg. Let me give you reasoning for why I like these bets. Don't just skip to the end of the video, lock in the bet, and then hope that it hits and hope I can continue to be hot. Here are the info. I'm gonna make today's video under 10 minutes. So I'll put the bet slip on the screen. I locked it in, but I want to bring up FanDuel and show you guys exactly how to place this in case you need a little bit of help. So we'll do it together. Maybe the odds will be a little bit different than what I already locked in. But let me pull up FanDuel here. I'll share the screen with you guys. Let me do this. Share the screen. Pull up FanDuel just like we do in our normal videos. All right, let's go. NFL. Let me just double check, make sure you guys can see everything. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. So obviously we're talking about Monday night. So we'll go to more wagers here. Let me bring it up on my phone and make sure everything is the exact same. Oh, I guess I'm logged out on here. Let me get back in. All right, so we're in there. Okay, same game parlay right here. This one's cashing, guys. This one is cashing. Let's bring up the money splits. Let's start with that. Let's start with the money splits on the game. NFL, Week 9, scroll down, Tampa Bay, Kansas City. We are looking at some decent sharp action on the spread for KC. A little bit less than half of the wagers on the spread are on the Chiefs, but almost 60% of the money. So a little bit of sharp action on the Chiefs here. And a little bit of sharp action on the under as well. On the under, 34% of tickets, but about half of the money on the under. And that is currently sitting at 45.5. And at that number, I think I tend to agree with it. Tampa Bay just without weapons. I mean, the Kansas City defense has been great. Even if there's a lot of points early, maybe the second half is a lot of running, and it's tough. That's a pretty low total. I think Kansas City's offense is going to do pretty well in a game like this. So tough to bet the total, but let's get into it. We're going to go to alternative total points for leg number 1. Let me bring it up here on FanDuel. And we're going to scroll down. And we're going to take over. We're going to go over an alternative line. We're going to go over 33.5 points in a game like this. Look, even if it ends up being one-sided, even if the Bucs struggle because they don't have Godwin, because they don't have Evans, you're going to get a different style defense late in the second half if there is margin between these two teams. Let's just say hypothetically Kansas City's up like 10 points, in the fourth quarter or 14 or whatever. They're going to give Baker some throws underneath. He at least has some guys, Bucky Irvin, Otten. I mean, there's at least McMillan. There's a couple guys he can throw to. And the Kansas City defense is really good overall, but it's great against the run. In kind of a prevent defense where they kind of give you the underneath stuff if they have a lead in the second half, I think the Bucs can at least get a score or two late in this game if we even need it to get over the hump here. And I do think against the Tampa defense, Kansas City's going to score, especially integrating Hopkins a little bit more in this lineup. Xavier Worthy, obviously Travis is playing. Kareem Hunt, he can at least do enough on the ground to maintain kind of the balance. So we're going to go over 33.5 points, needing 34 points. Even if the game ends up being like 24-10, that'll get us there. So we're going to go over 33.5. Then we're going to scroll over. We're going to go to passing props. And we're going to go down here. And we're going to go to Baker. And we're going to go Baker 175 plus yards. It's the same thing kind of as the over. Even if he struggles early, even if they're not on the field much, I'm assuming, I think we can all assume there's at least a pretty good chance in this game that Baker Mayfield will be playing from behind. And if they're doing that, they're going to be passing the ball. Even if he only has like 60 yards at halftime or something, I can absolutely see him getting over 100 yards in the second half against kind of a prevent defense, trying to play catch up, slinging the ball down the field. It's the Bucs' only chance. I think Baker probably gets to 200 plus. We'll go with 175. Next one down, we'll go over to receiving. And this one's super basic. And by the way, you guys can see the totals there. Mr. Kelsey is at 60.5. Xavier Worthy, 36.5. Interesting. But we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to Travis Kelsey. And we're just going to take him for 25 plus. Nothing crazy. He'll get it somehow, some way. Travis Kelsey is going to get 25 yards in this game. We're going to go down again. We're going to go to reception. So we're going to scroll down a little bit more and we're going to go to Mr. Xavier Worthy. They like to integrate this guy on some interesting plays. He never goes off in these games, but he almost always seems to get at least a little bit of attention lately. We're just going to take him to get 2 catches. We're not going to worry about the yards. Sometimes they use them right near the line of scrimmage on some plays where they want to use the speed, screens, even jet sweeps where they do little forward passes sometimes. 2 catches for Xavier Worthy in this game. We're going to go with that. We're going to go to rushing props. We're going to go down. We're going to look at Kareem Hunt here, 62.5. Why are we looking at Kareem Hunt? Well, we're assuming there's a good chance in this game that the Chiefs have the lead late in the game. Let's assume that. They're going to run the ball. So even if Kareem Hunt isn't doing too much early because the Chiefs want to get a lead or the game's competitive for a while, that's okay. I expect the running to happen, even if it's in the fourth quarter, on like a final drive where the Chiefs are just trying to get rid of the clock. That's where Kareem Hunt should get some good carries, some good yards. Eventually, the Bucs defense is going to break down a little. And all we need from Mr. Hunt here is 25 plus. We're not even going to go crazy. We're not going to take 40 plus. It's tempting. I think he goes well over 40. We're just going to get him to get 25 yards for us. And we have one more leg. Back to passing props. We're going to passing player TDs. Now let's look at the odds here. Even to get 2 touchdowns, Mahomes is juiced a little bit at minus 120 to go over 1.5. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to alt. And we're going to take Mahomes just to throw it in the end zone one time. Plus 114. That is the exact odds. That is on the ticket. That is on your screen. That is the Monday night same game parlay from the Dan's Ranch channel. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section if there is going to be one of these legs that comes up short. Which one is it going to be? And by the way, guys, I've already mentioned it. I told you a billion times. You've heard it for 5 weeks how good I am in the sports betting industry. There is college football tonight. I'm going to be setting out some plays. I'm going to be setting out early NFL. I'm going to be betting on college basketball. Don't wait until the weekend. It only is a disservice to yourself. danspicks.net, link in the description. Get yourself on the text list. Get my picks. Start cashing. You guys got to stop chasing losses. Stop doing the parlays. Yes, I have a couple in the mix, but it's mainly straights. We absolutely kill it. We've been printing money for 5 weeks straight. It only gets better. The sample size is building. Every single passing week in the football season, I expect my plays to get sharper and sharper and sharper. And there is a lot of football left, a ton. All the NFL playoffs, college football playoff. We have so much coming up. It's insane. Get on the text list. It's a huge mistake not to get these plays. Huge. Everybody who's been on there for the last month is making a pile of money, and it's going to get better. It is going to increase as we go by each single week. College hoops, NBA, better. It gets better with sample size, just like baseball season, just like NBA playoffs last year, just like college hoops last year, guys. It's a no-brainer. Hopefully we can cash this one. And of course, recap video tomorrow for all my plays if you want to know exactly what I bet on over the previous week. And then the usual stuff, guys. Wednesday, we'll go over all the college football games. Thursday, all the NFL. Pretty standard stuff. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified when all these videos come out. And again, guys, I got to get 300 likes on this video if you want me to do this again next Monday. See you in the next video.